Hello and welcome back to the Nords. We have Skyrim. So what's next? Well, what's next is we're going to sort out all of our vassals, we're going to get Soul's time, and we're going to see where things take us from there. That seems like some good short-term goals. Long-term, they're conflicting things. Some people like start a new series, some people like take the Ruby Throne. I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do. I think right now, we're just going to wing it. I would say there's very little chance of a new series starting before the new year, so we'll see where this one takes us in that time. So, let us get started. Now, some people might be saying, you haven't got all of Skyrim, you didn't get Carthwatch. Well, yes, you're right, I didn't get Carthwatch over here. I did completely miss it, mainly because it blends in perfectly. It looks almost like it's one of these Civil War ones down here. And it's under the S, so it's kind of hiding. It's pretty good, but we're going to get that first. Now, will they join us? Yes. Alright. Well, that was rather easy. And 3, 2, 1. We now have it. Skyrim is now written differently. That's a lot better. Right. Step number 2. We just need to basically sort out everything. Jarl Merit is stronger than you. Really? Is she? She has 8,000 troops and I have 37,000 troops. I disagree that she is stronger than us. Let us go for a month. There we go. We have now moved 1 month forward. They've gained an empty court trait. Not at all worrying. What have you gained? Yes, a warlike courtier. For some reason that's not showing up. That is weird. Anyway. Yes, so no longer does it think that she's stronger than us. I thought like it just needed to do the recalculation on military strength, which is what it needed to do. Now, we need to sort out our realm, because currently this is how our realm looks, and it doesn't look great. We can do better. Whiterun, fairly okay. It holds roughly what Whiterun should hold. In fact, it holds a little bit extra, because it holds this little bit in here, because I believe that guy holds 2 titles. But yes, Whiterun is okay. The rest of it, not so much. Now, what I think we need to do first is just break it down into tiers, like, what are we going to do? So, first tier. What land do we want to hold? At the end of this, we get to hold some land. What are we having? Well, what is our capital? Is our capital going to be the Palace of Kings, or is it going to be the Blue Palace? Because realistically, it's one or the other, right? So, let's just compare those two. Palace of Kings. It is very good. It's got this special building, the Palace of Kings. It's got the ancient Nordic walls. You know, it's fairly built up. It's got level 3 castle. It's got subholdings. It's actually got quite a lot of city subholdings. If we build a temple, in theory we could build another castle fort holding here as well, which would be good, so we get even more benefits. You know, this seems like it's a good place to be. The Blue Palace, on the other hand, has the Blue Palace building and the Walls of Solitude. It's not quite as built up as the other one, but it's still pretty built up. We have got a temple here, so in theory, you could build another fort. So you could have 3 forts, 3 castles here, which could potentially make it very good. Currently, we are holding on to both of them. That's an option. One of the nice things about having multiple castles in one holding is that if you have multiple castles in one holding, they all get inherited as one thing. Like, they don't get split up at the lower level. So that would be quite nice, potentially. So that's an option. So the question is, we have that route, or we have the Palace of Kings route. One of these we're going to keep. I don't know. It's a difficult one. Right now, in terms of inheritance, we will keep the Palace of Kings. And the reason we'll keep the Palace of Kings right now, I think we keep it, don't we? Oh, do we not keep the palace? Yes, we do, because we keep the Lend of Windhelm. The reason we keep that is because that's our most recently acquired holding. That, along with Shoreflow, right? So because they're on the top of this list, effectively, we're inheriting those first. So if we were to make the Palace of Kings our capital, I think that would change our inheritance from the Blue Palace to Holyfrost, which would not be ideal, because we don't really care about Holyfrost. Holyfrost is just a garbage holding. So, what I was thinking is that potentially we leave this question for the next generation, and then next generation we've already inherited a bunch of stuff, and it works out. Now, an option that has been pointed out is that potentially we could change our succession law. So if we change our succession law from equal to male preference, which we could in theory do, if we had high crown authority, which we can't get, but we'll get into that, but I'll finish my point first. If we were to do male preference, then we could have just one singular inheritor. Same with female preference, although I think we need another law for that, potentially. Anyway, either way, that would then mean that it would go down and just split amongst that one gender, which would then help us out, potentially. Because say we changed it to male inheritance, it would only split between 2 people. And that's less land being split. So, or it's less people the land is being split between. So that would be good. However, we can't do that anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. We don't have high enough crown authority. If we want to get to high crown authority, we would have to 1 switch here, and then 2, I believe that we need to get something in the next tech group. Because I think heraldry is needed for is it not heraldry? What was needed for it? I'm sure we've seen it in tech before, which is why I went in here and had a look, but maybe it was tech that we already got? Just seeing here. I'm sure there was tech to unlock high crown authority. Maybe I am completely going crazy. Oh, there we go. Royal prerogative. So this one can enact the high crown authority law. Yeah, so right now we just quite simply couldn't do it. We could research it and then do it, but, you know, even on top of that, there are more restrictions for actually getting crown authority. I forget what they are, but I think it's you have to be a certain level of strength above your vassals to be able to do it. And then, because I think that was a mod one, because I tried to kind of cheese it a little bit earlier on when we were testing some stuff. I think it was when we were testing succession laws originally to get Dawnstar in one of my test ones for that. I thought, hey, let's just give us high crown authority, see what it does in terms of succession. Didn't help at all. It's this vassal power share number. Try to see if it actually tells us anything else there. No, okay. But basically this vassal power share number has to be at a certain level for you to move your crown authority up. From what I saw. But that may not be the case anymore with the patch to the mod, but I think it is. So anyway, that's one path that we could go down, but we don't need to worry about it till next succession because right now it's fine. One of the reasons why it's fine, however, is because we have these kingdoms. If we were to not have these kingdoms, every one of these people would get a portion of our realm, which would not be good, because if they get a portion of our realm, well, you know, our land's being split even further. So right now, we kind of want these kingdoms to stay where they are. But we kind of don't want them to stay where they are. I don't know, I've got conflicted thoughts on this. Maybe we want to do our vassal management on the next character. One thing we could do is we could create more kingdoms, have those split out, and then on the next character, they would all inherit a kingdom, we'd inherit all the land, and we could try and fix things then. I don't know. The problem is we're never going to fix it because we're never going to move off of partition. So it's always going to be a little bit awkward. But anyway, something to think about. Right. What I want to do is test this. So I want to create a title and then we can figure out whether that does what I want it to do in the first place. So we're going to create the Kingdom of the Reach. Because we have no land in the Reach. And if it works, then one of our people will inherit the Reach upon succession, like one of our children, which will then help us, in theory, because then they won't inherit a county. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it works. Let's just unpause and let things roll. Also, what kingdom are you part of? Solstheim. Okay, so we don't have that, but we do have the Empire claim on all of your titles. You went in here, you could see that we have, like, seized that by de jure. Okay, cool. Right, chill. Oh, how much do we need for a kingdom title? That's probably worth checking. We need 500 gold. So when we get to 500 gold, we can test this. We're also trying to gain prestige, because if we gain enough prestige, we can get rid of this inheritance law at the top here, which will probably help us a lot in terms of actually getting successors. Right now, it's just going all to this person that I voted for, but if at any point it stops going towards them, then we're in trouble. Right. Hello. Would you like to give me prestige? Wonderful. I appreciate that. And Jolding now is of age. She is... My daughter. Okay. Well, let's marry her matrilineally to somebody who has a trait. Okay, inheritable traits. You have the acute trait. We could go acute, which would then give us, in theory, an upgrade. Yeah, that would upgrade to etheric, maybe? Okay, let's try it. Let's see how that goes. Right. One other thing we could do while we're waiting for this is we could potentially go and raid, which would help us. And we also need to repair some of these books. Well, just that book, actually, at some point. You know what we could also do is we could raise control in that county that's been at low control for a while. Maybe Shoreflow, because it's got a constant tick down. Yeah, I saw that earlier when we had an event that raised it, so let's do that there. That should hopefully get rid of that negative event, and then that'll make that go a lot quicker. Okay. You can potentially raise development somewhere, but actually, it won't be very useful for you to do right now. If we're going to consider the Palace of Kings, let's consider promoting culture in the Palace of Kings. And then move our people there. Yeah, I think that would work very well, because we would want to move to somewhere that's got our culture. Awesome. And then let's go raiding, maybe. Oh yeah, maybe we want to raise these guys before we go raiding. I don't know. Could potentially do that. Although we're not going to have enough troops, really. Yeah, we probably have to raise the whole lot to raid. I probably don't want to raid them either. House Redoran seem good to raid. Yeah, we could go along here and raid them. Although this is all mountains. It's going to make it very difficult to raid because we would take attrition all the way along there. Go anywhere that's not mountains. Oh, yeah, same here. Mountains all the way. Yeah, it's kind of awkward from a gameplay perspective in terms of raiding. Like, if you've got mountains, it's very difficult to actually raid in between them. Could raid over here. This is mountains. I guess we could raid this bit up the top. Kind of seems a little bit mean to raid these guys. They're pretty weak, but, you know, whatever. Let's rally point ourselves up here. And then we want to raise local raiders. And then raise about half of them and see where we go. Yeah, that'll do. So stop gathering. We'll switch our leader to you. And then we'll go through here and just raid. Nice. Down here. And we'll just follow the coast. Do you really have to do that? I guess you maybe do. That's okay. I was wondering why he wasn't just walking from province to province, but that's okay. Yep, just keep moving along the edge. Head to the next one. Nice, we got that one. Capturing prisoners as well while we're at it. Now let's go down. Oh, is that a mountain? Yeah, you could do that. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why you're not following that route. Raid loot delivered. Hey, we got some more stuff back as well. Good. Somebody was trying to tell me that we didn't get prestige when we raided. I'm fairly certain that we get prestige. Like, it seems to be saying it. Somebody was saying we lose prestige when we raid. Doesn't seem to be based upon the tooltip, but, you know, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll demand conversion and recruit. That seems good. We should probably do a marriage off in our court as well at some point. Might do that after we finish this little bit of raiding. Yeah, and then how do we get to the next? To the next one, we have to go all the way around. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. I mean, we could disband and re-raise, but we'll just walk around. And then you go here. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of marrying off of characters. Anything new in here, by the way? Artifacts of low durability, that's fine. Find character. So we're looking for people who are in our court, who are adults, and then who are unmarried. There we go. You see, we have quite a lot of people now, so worth marrying them all off. Just to get some genetic traits around. Have you got, what trait have you got? You're at robust. So if we could find robust, we can potentially get an upgrade of that trait somewhere. That is robust. Cool. So why don't you marry this person? Sure. Why not? I mean, she is fairly old, but she's also an elf, so there's a chance that that changes when she has children. So yeah, sure, we'll do that. Bring in a different type of elf. Right. You. Court jester. You shall marry Jordis. Sure. She's got fecund, so that kind of makes up for the age. Sure, we'll just do that one. Right, next. We have Roki Forkbeard. You're too old to have any children coming from this one, so let's just go to all. And then sort for, skill. Just get you in there, or martial skill. Right, and next up we have Ayla. Once again, oh wait, no, we need wrong menu. Right, once again we want to go into here and go inheritable. And just find her someone to marry. Like maybe Rolf with Herculean, that could be a good one. Next we have Vassal. Vassal has attuned. Maybe we'll marry him to this person who has Aetheric. And she is a little bit older, but she could also be potentially a good mage for us. She has no magic perks. Okay, well, I take back the potentially a good mage, but whatever. As our mage marrying this person who's really good at magic. I can't see that being bad. Right. Riddle Stormcatcher. You're too old for children, or like guaranteeable children, so let's go here. Just sorting by martial to find people who are relatively good at combat, and then we'll put that person in. Because tends to be that martial goes in, like high martial tends to lead to high prowess. Not always in this case, but you know, it tends to be like a correlation. Because the traits tend to like cross over. Right, you're still young enough that you could have children, so let's marry you off inheritably. And go for this person. Potential geniuses in the court. Next up, we have Prelate Ruki, who's our prelate. Then Rona. Rona again. We're looking for somebody who has good skill. Let's go with Bedrir Elf Speaker. There's quite a lot of elf speakers around. It's a very common nickname. Right, I wonder if there's an event that causes that nickname to appear. Svanheaver, 77, although she does have lifespan 3. Now, that adds 100 to her years of fertility. So she could still have children. So, let's see who we can marry her off to inheritable traits. What about... I'm looking for a good trait here as well. Herculean. Why don't you marry Assad? Although he does have Ticklebridge. But, you know, marry him. Right, next up we have Skorveld. Skorveld, we're going to find you somebody to marry. You don't have any traits. Why don't you marry... why don't you marry Erdi here? Wonderful. Right. And now we'll just unpause and let it all happen. There we go. Lots and lots and lots of people getting married. We'll do a little check to check it's just our prelate after this. Hey, lackluster administration is gone. That's what I was looking for. So the reason why that's really good is because that changed 17 years to 3 years to get that up to max control. So even if we stopped him doing it now, he's still actually done half the job that we needed him to do. I mean, if I go and have a look at Shoreflow right now. Yeah, I want to actually look at the holding. Okay, I'll give in and just click it. If we take him off here, right, that's still ticking up at 0.2 per month. Or I guess it'll be 0.1 because we're getting 10%, so 10% of that's probably not going to appear. So like, let's say 0.1 per month. But at least that's going up, right? Constantly. While previously it was going down by 0.9, which was just a little bit insane. Anyway, cool. Clear that out. Next up... Right, I want to check my thing here. Just prelate Rookie. Wonderful. We don't need to raise a runestone. But we could check what runestones are available. No, it's going to be a conquest runestone. We don't need that. Although we could use it for extra control. But let's ignore that one for just now. Don't need to raise runestone to tell me when it's available. Although it will give us prestige. You know what? Keep that there. We'll come back to you later. Not going to host a feast or call a hunt right now because we're saving money for that title. So I think that we're good to go. Yeah. One thing we should do, though, is have a look in here and just check whether we've got any positions that we can now fill. Like, control growth is probably useful, given we have a couple of people who are... Or we have a couple of holdings where we need control growth. Let's just check whether we have anybody of our dynasty. I don't think anyone's eligible. No. Okay. Let's put in Gretel. Next up, Cupbearer. Do we have anybody of our dynasty available? Nope. I don't think we really need a cupbearer. Nope. Court poet. Nope. Court musician. Nope. Bodyguards. Nope. Executioner. Nope. Court artificer. Nope. Okay. I think that's fine. Let's clear that out and then clear that out. Wonderful. Anyone mad? Nobody's mad I gave someone else a position on the council. That's crazy. Usually always mad. Right. Head over here and we'll just watch this army head round. There we go. A touch of romance. Thank you for the poem, except I'm going to tell you that it's drivel because I need the prestige. Right. Carry on. A secret exposed. Landwoman Sotild of Flight Flows accused my vassal, Valdir, of having copulated with his lover, Tilma. Shocker. Right. And then, yes, they had a child. I see. Nothing we need to worry about there. Carry on. Vilval has died. Who is Vilval? Okay, was he married to somebody in my court? Nope. Okay, well, that's fine then. Vilval has died. Thank you for letting me know. I do appreciate the info. We have now won that siege, and we can head back here. Right, neighboring ruler won a war. Bruma's claim on the barony of Cloud Ruler. So that is Jarl Harden of Bruma. Okay, interesting. Now, would he be my vassal? Let me just have a look. No, because we're not his rightful liege. But, although we're not his rightful liege, do we not have the person of Bruma underneath us here? They might have destroyed the title, that's the other thing. Sort by rank. Yeah, so either they've destroyed the title or they never held it. But yeah, Bruma's not available over here. I thought we held the Kingdom of Bruma. No. It was definitely there a generation ago, right? Because it wasn't you, but was it not your... I think your grandfather held the Kingdom of Bruma? No, somebody definitely held it on this line. Is it your sibling who got it? I don't know. Somebody along the line had Bruma. Can I see... You know what? Easier way of doing it. Let's look at the history of the Kingdom of Bruma. And that might tell us. It's held by this person. Oh, the Heartlands currently controls it. Okay, so they might have usurped it from whoever had it. What is going on there? That's some interesting tattoo work. Must be Imperial cult stuff. You're 24, so it's not an age one like we've got. I'm just trying to figure out what it was. What's giving you that? Might just be a random graphical one. It might be your culture, potentially. Yeah, it's probably culture, actually, now that I think about it. Right. Anyway, getting distracted. I'm voting for Driffa there. That's fine. Just check if we have anything else. No. Okay. Right. Couple of months, and we'll get what we want. Hey, we got some money. Let's disband there. And then we should now be able... I'm not going to found a holy order. We should be able to create the Kingdom of the Reach. Let's do it. So now I've created the Kingdom of the Reach. If I check my succession law, what happens? So you inherit the Kingdom of... So you inherit the Kingdom of Eastmarch, the Kingdom of Falkreath. Oh, so you inherit 2 kingdoms. Interesting. Ah, so it doesn't actually help us in terms of holdings given away. As you'll just inherit another kingdom. Okay. Interesting. Why does it work like that? Just go a couple months forward and see what happens. Ooh, stewardship perk. Wonderful. Gives us domain limit, which means that now we're making an extra 20%. Lovely. Right. Back in here. We've got a new event as well. But now we'll go back in here. I just want to see... where was I? Completely forgotten. Yeah, succession. There we go. So, yes. So that is how it's going to work. So I might as well give away a kingdom. Okay. That's fine. Do we want to give away the Kingdom of the Reach? It's an option. It would significantly lower the number of vassals that I'm currently dealing with. Yeah, I think we could give away the Kingdom of the Reach. Yeah. Do we have somebody we want to give it to? Probably like a Nord, like you would be okay. Yeah. Just seeing if we have somebody bigger who's also a Nordic one. Dradic, you're Nordic. You're already a powerful vassal. Yeah, I'm going to grant you the Kingdom of the Reach. 10 vassals get transferred. Let's do it. You're unhappy because you desire the clanstead of Sundgard. But Sundgard is currently at war with somebody else. I'm just trying to figure out why we wouldn't want to give them Sundgard. Because a lot of Sundgard is a Falkreath. I'm okay with giving you Sundgard. Yeah, I'm going to grant you Sundgard. Mainly because it makes you happy. Right. So we now have the Reach there. Is this part of Halfinger? No, it's actually part of Faerun there. Wait, so that's not part of Skyrim? No, not at all. Okay. Good to know. That bit's actually part of High Rock. Hadn't even noticed that we grabbed that. Okay, cool. Need a new Spy Master. That's going to be Hjalmarch. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're happy with that. That actually lost us a reasonable amount of money. It must be due to opinion. Like all of the individual opinions stacking up to give us more. But let me also just check. What is your contract? You're paying me, so who knows? I don't know why. Maybe this hasn't calculated yet. But yeah, we lost about 10 gold from that. Okay, fair enough. Right. And then if we go and look at our succession law, just to confirm. Yeah, so once again, we're losing Falkreath. Okay, sure, whatever. I guess I won't bother with vassal management right now then, because some of it will get sorted on the next succession. Because Falkreath will get given away. What's the other one getting given away? The other one is Hjalmarch. Okay, that's fine. And then we get to keep Eastmarch, and Halfinger doesn't exist. Okay, all of that makes a level of sense. Right, what are we looking at next in terms of this? Prestige would be lovely to fix our succession. So maybe we just raise like a large army and start raiding the Heartlands? Just go crazy on it? What are your allies like? 2,000, 5,000. We would need quite a lot of troops to raid there. It's probably not very efficient. There's Redoran we could maybe raid, but again, like the problem is that all of these bits, it's like difficult to get in there. Yeah, I don't know. We could maybe try and like raid in that far. Just grab some higher value holdings. Our raiding options are limited. I mean, we could put people on boats, but then I'm paying money for boats. Oh no. Like, yeah, we could go and raid places. If we put them on boats, we could go and raid in here and raid all of this, potentially. Yeah, except again, you have to pay money each time we put them on boats. I'm assuming. Let me just double check. Yes. Let's go with this. Drop these guys here. Let's just raise like 10 troops. Oh, it's free for raiders to go on boats. Oh, okay then. Okay. Okay. Well, what if I raise troops here? We'll go on boats and we'll go and raid like all of this, like some of the Tribunal Temple we could raid. House Hallow. I mean, it's all very strong, but like, who cares? We'll just raid it and leave. Yeah, raise local raiders. What's this? A foul smell. My liege, a word please. My Chancellor Jarl Merit approaches me during a brief lull while attending court matters. She gestures to a less populated spot in the room and I follow her there. I'm concerned about the state of the Blue Palace Castle. Very odd phrasing. While holding a meeting in one of the rooms, we all noticed a horrific smell. It must have come from the latrines the floor below. I implore you to consider paying to fix the neglected parts of the building. I guess I'll pay the money. Manages to create a situation costing no money. Try it. Not great. Well, it's good that going on boats costs us no money because we have no money. Right, that's fine. All of this is fine. Berna can marry. Berna is our granddaughter. So this is on our son's side. Okay. Definitely got a little high elf there going on. You're going to matrilineally marry somebody with inheritable traits. You're comely. Let's see if we can upgrade that. Yeah, you could marry Duperil. Sure. That seems good. Chance of that upgrading. Good. Right. 30,000. We can't merge the raiders, I guess, because they're not in friendly territory. Let's go here. Well, I'm trying to think where we want to raid. So somewhere that's like really valuable to these. There's probably a way of finding out, right? What raid loot you can get from places. Yes, it says it at the bottom. Some of these have 0. Some of these have already been raided. Yeah, quite a lot of this has already been raided, actually. Just trying to find a solid section of coastline to raid. Maybe in here? This area, or maybe here? No, let's just head over there and raid it. Why not? Let's go as a squad. We really need the money now, so... Wait for everybody to arrive and just drop them all over here. Right, where's the actual place to raid here? Is it this tiny little bit? Yeah, I think it is. So actually, I want you to all go there. Wonderful. So we grab that. We captured somebody as well. Are they worth any money? Hopefully they are. Nope. Hey, why don't you convert to my religion? Alright, why don't you get executed then? Yeah, sure. That's fine. New steward needed. That can be our Jarl of the Reach. That's fine. She can hold that position for just now. How much money do we currently have in our raiders? Like none. One of these is going to have a lot. Yeah, 37. Never mind. Definition of a lot needs adjusted. Yeah, my son will go to whatever event you want him to. Bankrupt. Confiscate church property for money. My daughter Ondi has come of age. We will marry her off to... What's this one? Town Maven. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever seen that one. That's cool. Might be a mod one. It might not be. I'm not entirely sure for that one, actually. Let's bring this guy over. Sure, why not? His rock join. It's not an inheritable one, but it does lower his health. Sure, why don't you marry him? It's fine. Right, let's move to the next place. That goes an alliance with the Grand Master Lengir the Fury. Also, let me just check. We've had a couple of people come of age. Does that affect our succession? No, I didn't think it would, but I wanted to double check. Right. Siege that one. Captured more prisoners. Anyone willing to convert? You recruited? Wonderful. You are now in my court. Dwellsea? Convert? No? Okay, well, get executed then. See ya. Right, over here. Tell Branora. There we go. Get that one. We can borrow 300 gold from Rookie. My lord, I was approached by High Queen Ondi, who in her wisdom suggested an arrangement between the two of us. Since you could use some financial aid and I could use some social assistance. I'll need to use the repay loan decision to repay the loan. I could just kill her. Yeah, okay, I'll take your 300 gold. And then I'm going to use my the 300 gold to go to her and be like, hey, time to execute. Oh, sorry, do that. Wait, we could just imprison her? We don't have a reason to. Yeah, we'll just murder her. You know, why would we pay money back when we could murder you? Anyone worth money here? 10 gold? Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's see. We're on 664 now. Let's take our people back. I want to check whether we lose prestige like somebody suggested we would. Then I need to let my troops despawn so that I can stop them from starving. Right. 6665. Okay, so that definitely went up. Although, wait, we have the troops haven't arrived back yet. My dog's running away. There we go. So we got 185 back. We're about 200 higher than we were. Raiding definitely does not lower your prestige. Cool. Hypothesis tested. We're good to go. And Priest Trelif has rescued our dog. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to disband our... I'm going to merge all of our armies and disband them. Son has learned the Velocis language. Okay, cool. We have a bunch of events. Repay loan. No, I don't think I will. No, I think I've decided. I think I'll just keep the... I'll just keep it. Right. Then we'll do that there. Get another 10 gold. Wonderful. Overly talkative. While Valnurian's ability to make friends has proven invaluable in my schemes, he is not quite as careful around others as he should be. He's far too fond of dropping vague hints, and if someone were to start asking questions, there's no telling what he would divulge. So he remains undetected, 81%, or he must stay quiet. Let's do it 81%. He remained undetected. Wonderful. Right, let's hold court. Sure. Dust to dust. A thin, raggedy peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne room. Obviously distracted, I call to get his attention. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. My village in Falkenstar was hit by a blight. Okay, so we can give you 150 gold, and we get pleased peasant. Your service will repay your debt. We get free labor in Falkenstar, or if the fields are barren, you shall wield a sword. Let's get the court grandeur. Doesn't really matter, but we'll grab it. Alderman Fjorgier approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. My liege, the people in your realm need occasional joyous gatherings where they can forget their stresses. I would gladly finance a feast even if held under your name, as it's for the good of Skyrim, although I would duly expect a favour in recompense. No, I'm not going to give you a favour. I can do a 76% chance that he agrees to renege on the request of a favour. Yeah, sure. Aha, he disagrees and withdraws their offer to pay. Oh well, I didn't care either. Like, I didn't want it either way. Child of the court. So, who is it? It is Algot Frostvoice. Okay, he's betrothed apparently to this random clan head. Okay. Oh, also I just noticed he's got the orc teeth, although he's got the human head. That's kind of interesting. So I can raise the boy. My hands are full, but I'll find him a home, or unfortunate but not the crown's problem. I will find him a home. Cool. Right. What are we going to do now? I think we're kind of set there. How's the murder looking? 8 months. I think we might just stay at peace for 8 months and see where things take us. Yeah, we can do hunts and other such stuff. Let's do a hunt right now. Okay. See where it gets us. A rude vassal. Okay, just as my vassal, Lendman Savard, started to dismount, 1 foot still in the stirrup, my dull spy master, Princess Ulfwen, made sure to bump into the horse, sending him stumbling across camp. What doesn't look like we have a way to gain prestige off of this. I can get mediator, which gets us diplomacy. The princess dislikes it, but Lendman Savard likes it. Sure, let's do it. Right. And unpause. And Ticklebridge, a nasty surprise. As I slid between the sheets to join Ondi, I was horrified to find oozing blisters on her most private parts. How could she bring such a disgusting affliction to our bed? Ah, so she has been cheating on us. Well, that's unfortunate. We can say, I forgive you, or get out of my bed. We're going to say, get out of our bed, you treacherous horde, so that we can avoid getting that thing. And then, I was also thinking, we no longer need stewardship in order to, yeah, we no longer need stewardship, just in general, in order to hold on to all of our land. So, what I might do is I might change our, yes, eventually talking through I got there. I might change this just to something else. Apparently our patron is Mara currently. Want one that gives us prestige. Diplomacy is okay. Prestige 0.5 per month. Alduin would be okay. Seeing whether we have a better option. Yeah, let's go with Alduin. We'll switch that to be the one that we follow. Cool. Little extra prestige per month. Be very good. Right. Now, I also want to have a look in this one while I remember and have it open. Was Empire of the Nords. Long ago, in the early First Era, our forefathers and foremothers conquered vast parts of High Rock, Morrowind, and even Cyrodiil under King Varage the Gifted and his successors. The Cyrods would later call this vast realm the First Empire of the Nords, though we Nords simply remember it as the High Kingdom, expanding its reaches past Skyrim. Today we can restore this great empire and re-establish our rule over northern Tamriel. So we can completely control this selection of kingdoms, which I have to assume we don't even control all of Skyrim right now. Can I close this? No. I have to assume those ones are like these ones around the edge. Yeah, it looks like these are these ones all around the edge of us here. That would make sense. Yeah, I think that's a good next step for us then. Potentially grab some of them. We almost control some like Faerun here. We almost control some of just through our vassals having conquered some of it. Cool. Well, I guess we can make that an objective. Oh, what happened to Bruma Heartlands? It appears to have disappeared. You want to tell us what happened to Bruma? Nope. She does not want to tell us. Do we still have a claim on that? No. Does anyone in our court have a claim on that? No. Yaha! High Queen Ondi, our wife, still has a claim on the Kingdom of Bruma. Could in theory press our claim on the Heartlands. That's something to think about. Yeah, I think that's probably worth doing. Yeah, so we were going to get Bruma at one point, and then we ended up not getting Bruma because she didn't inherit Bruma. Yes, that was it. Okay, but if we were to press this, we would get Bruma, and then our daughter would be in line to Bruma as well. Ooh, that's some interesting stuff. That is some interesting stuff. I kind of want to wait for our troops to reinforce slightly, but you know, I like the thought. Right, this is about to finish its control job. Yeah, we'll leave you on troop reinforcement. Let's see how that goes. I also want our murder to happen first as well. You got a gift. Okay, you want to give me the Wellspring of Life. Sure, I accept. Wonderful. That's just a new thing that we now have. Alright. Cool. Wait for our troop count to go up. Remembering birthdays past. As I turn another year older today, I'm reminded of a splendid birthday party my friends Farkas and Carr raised for me several years ago. Cool. Thank you for letting me remember that. Host an exotic feast. We probably should. Let's do that as well. While we wait. Okay. Drink a life. Killer. The right woman for the job. My dear wife Ondi has been working hard to ensure everything about the feast goes smoothly. Wonderful. That gives us direct vassal opinion and courtier and guest opinion. And Ruki is dead. We killed her with beer at the feast. Wonderful. Which now means, in theory, I don't need to repay my loan. Closer to getting a friendship with the Jarl of Winterhold. Wonderful. Let me just check that I'm right here. I no longer need to repay the loan. I couldn't if I wanted to. Wonderful. Oh yeah, also, do you hate me? No. Okay, so I was thinking she might, because she might have wanted Newgrad, because it was a duchy level title. Maybe she doesn't want it because we have the kingdom that's de jure part of. And if we lost the kingdom, she would then desire it, potentially. I was thinking that she should probably desire it because they hold land within her land. But anyway, the prelate that we got was worse than the last one. Tilda comes of age. Alright, well, let's find you somebody to marry. You seem to be fairly good at martial, but you're also attuned. Could we find somebody who matches? Like somebody who's good at martial but attuned. There we go. Rargle Blackbriar. I recognize that name. That's one from Skyrim that I recognize. Although it looks like it's not the same one because there's not that many living members. But anyway, cool. That's one to remember. Right, carry on. And just want to make sure all of our troops are there. Want to finish our... What? Oh, our dog is dead. Oh. Well, that's not good. We're not going to skin our dog. Oh, we're about to die. Oh. Okay. We gained prestige and we're an eager reveler. I'm not entirely sure I'm okay with being about to die. Why are we? We're just poor on health? Okay. We could, in theory, switch. We could go for Architect, but I don't think we're going to get there. We could, in theory, switch to Alchemy Focus and try and survive another year or two with that. The only way we're going to get the prestige that I'm after is to survive, like, a little bit longer. Our daughter really doesn't have any prestige at all, so if we want to get rid of the succession law, we really have to get rid of it before her. Yeah, I think we're going to switch to this one to get the health boost. That didn't help at all. Wow, we're still going to die even with the health boost? Although it's not saying that yet. Let me just go forward like a month. It's not saying that we got the bonus from our health boost. Now it is. Okay. Still thinks we're going to die imminently. Okay, well, we're not going to get the prestige that will then allow us to take take the succession law off. We're going to have to do that on the next character or the character after that. Unfortunate. Do you have high... your stewardship's okay. The reason I want to check his stewardship is because I want to see whether we had any chance of being able to like hold on to all of our domain. Maybe. I suppose being an emperor gives us +4. We're only going to have 4 holdings. Yeah, we're fine then. Because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, never mind. I was working out whether our next character was going to be able to hold on to them. So yeah, that'll be fine. So we could potentially go diplomacy focused on the next character and try and just push up our prestige through different means. That might be our best route forward. I don't know. It's all a little bit off there. But if we do some vassal management, that'll naturally get prestige. Anyway, I think with that, given that there's no real reason to attack the Heartlands right now, although we could... let me just check your allies. Your ally, South Wales, your independents. You got 5,000 troops. You got 2,000 troops. We're going to go in with 40,000 troops. The only problem, right, is if the next character has a faction against them. As long as the next character doesn't have a faction against them, we're fine. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. Let's roll the dice. I mean, realistically, the best option, right, if we want to go do the absolute safest option that leads forward, is we don't do anything. We play as the next character, and like we can press the claim there when we're safe, or we could do whatever. Like, you know, we don't even need to attack them. But given that we've pretty much got all of Skyrim, this is the only challenge that we have left currently. Let's just try it. Yeah, I don't think this is the right thing to do, but I think it's the most interesting, so let's do it. I'm going to declare a war on Bruma, and with that, we can also call in our ally as well, which we should do now rather than later. That's an extra 6,700 troops. He's actually a really good ally. Wow. Okay, let me call him in and then just have a look here. 1, he's got like a ton of traits, but 2, what land does he actually hold? So he holds some land over there in... Nibony. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so that's good. But we should call in our allies on this character because we won't be able to call them in on the next character necessarily. Yeah, and I think we're ready to go. Right, and with that, I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.